Potluckers, welcome to my channel Potluck. But before I get into it today, I would like to thank all my subscribers and viewers thus far. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video and click the notification button for the next video. Alright, so today we are going to be getting into some grilled barbecue pork ribs. For all the pork lovers out there, it's going to be a barbecue pork ribs day for you all. I hope you all enjoy this. Alright, so the main ingredients, we're going to be using onion powder, garlic, ginger powder, paprika, some Badia complete seasoning, Cajun seasoning, oregano, sugar, olive oil, some Lawry seasoning salt, a little cayenne, maybe some salt, a little bit of everything. All right, and by the way, it's going to be some dry rub. All right, so all of these seasoning pretty much is going to be a dry rub. So let's start out with our onion powder. We're going to be coating both sides of the meat as per usual. All right, so you're seasoning the meat, you got to do both sides. So it's onion powder, some garlic powder, all right, on the meat. Cajun, yeah, probably saying Cajun. Yeah, I'm using some Cajun seasoning. Sometimes I experiment. That's me. Seasoning, I like to experiment. But from time to time, I'll use some Cajun. And most people probably know Cajun maybe, for seafood. All right. But I'm using it on the pork. All right. Not a problem. It's seasoning at the end of the day. And like I said, I usually use Cajun seasoning when I'm doing my barbecue, when I'm doing my pork ribs actually. All right, so now we're using a little cayenne because of course we want a little heat. All right. The usual yardie style Jamaican, we want like a heat. But of course it's barbecue, and of course paprika gives it a nice color, nice consistency on both sides. You want to ensure that the ribs has a nice caramelized color at the end of the day. So when it goes on the grill, it's going to be all have a nice pretty color at the end of the day. Ginger powder. All right, pork and ginger, you understand? Never go wrong with that. All right. So using a little ginger to kind of tone down these spices. Salt is optional depending on how much meat seasoning and seasoning that you use on the ribs, because a lot of the seasoning already have salt consistency in there, so you can use a little salt. It depends on you, your flavor, your taste, whatever your preferences. Like I said, those things are optional. Complete seasoning Badia for me, I did mention in my last video that is a must for me, in my cupboard. I like the flavor. It reminds me of home. I don't know how, somehow, but it has that nice flavor content that I love. Oregano, I'm taking you guys back to Italy, so we're adding a little bit of Italy on our pork ribs as well, and that's the oregano. Sugar, brown sugar. I usually use sugar on my ribs when I am, doing my ribs in the grill, in the oven, barbecuing it, etc. I like the old salt, sweet consistency of that. And then I'm using some olive oil, coating my ribs, rubbing that gently, ensuring that everything is marinated. When it goes on the grill, it's going to give that nice char as well, and it helps the sealing all the flavors, the moisture, all that texture of the meat is going to come together, but most importantly the flavors. All right, and of course you clean up your work area. Whenever you're in the kitchen, you know that you have to clean up your work area, and there you have it. And as an afterthought, I added some Lawry's seasoning salt. I think this is another seasoning that is a must in your cupboard, and it's really good as well. So this is going to be a dry rub for the rib. How many pounds of ribs was this? I totally forgot, but it was kind of heavy, I must say. And we're going to be locking this away, for a couple hours. All right, because we're putting this on the grill, by the way. So we're going to be going outside and doing this on the grill. Ensure that your Ziploc is properly sealed. Sometimes, when we put stuff in the Ziploc, part of it is open, it's partially open, it's not fully closed. So you want to ensure that everything is properly sealed so that the meat can be properly saturated. All right, so we're outside, guys, and we have the pork ribs on the grill. Okay, look at that beautiful, beautiful color. All right, and also the right heat. All right, and it's a small grill, it's not a very big grill. All right, we're using a small grill today, and the other half of the ribs was coated in jerk seasoning. All right, I didn't show this in the first part of the video, but it is coated with jerk seasoning. All right, and so we basically have the twins of twins, if you want to call it that. All right, so the ribs has been covered and slowly cooking on the grill. We're just showing the video, the consistency, turning the meat, ensuring that it is cooked on both sides, and it is actually slow cooked. All right, it's ribs, it's pork, and so you want to ensure that, all right, it is properly cooked on the grill, covered actually. All right, so look at all that smoke, look at all that heat, and now we are pretty much towards the end of the video, where we're actually going to be basting the meat with this nice juicy barbecue sauce. All right, look at all that juiciness, that succulent look of the meat. Nice, gently, you want to baste it. All right, and that is going to be for both sides of the meat as per usual. All right, you don't want half of your meat is dried and the other half is all wet and sticky. So you want to ensure that everything is properly coated. So brush every part of the meat nicely, gently, and it's gonna be all nice and succulent. Everybody enjoys a nice piece of ribs when you bite into that, nice and juicy. All right, look at her, so beautiful, so succulent, so pretty, yum yum. And guys, you know that you can have this with some grilled corn, potato, coleslaw. It's a nice summer day, some nice cornbread, whatever your preference is. All right, but you can always have it. I had mine with some nice grilled corn. Okay, and it wasn't just any grilled corn, by the way. I had it garlic butter. I made my own garlic butter and I based that on the corn, but that's for another video. All right, so we are, look at all that moisture, nice and beautiful. All right, and it's ribs. Everybody like, a nice half a rack of ribs or a couple bones, in their plate, or on their plate rather. So like I said, just ensure that it's covered, it's slow cooked. You understand? There it is, taking it off, showing that pretty color on that, and just keep on turning and checking to ensure that, like I said, there is consistency. All right, yes sir. All right, so it was about maybe 3 point something pounds on both pieces, or per piece of meat, I think I recall. So I had about a good couple pounds of meat there. You understand? And it is country style ribs actually. All right. You normally see ribs, sometimes just regular ribs, and then sometimes on the packaging you will see country style ribs. The country style has, what's the difference? It has, I guess, more meat on it, as opposed to just plain ribs where you'll see mostly the bone part, the bone structure of it. All right. So like I said, you just keep basting it. All right. So even though the other piece of meat I seasoned with jerk seasoning, I'm also basting it with barbecue sauce. And of course, we have our little piece. We can't leave it off. We pay for it. So everything going on the jerk pan, we not left off nothing. Simple. You understand? All that dripping goes onto the fire and magic happens. Okay? Magic happens. All right. So, what are your plans for this summer? Okay? Hey, maybe you didn't think of this. Maybe you have that grill. It's all dusted. Take it outside. All right? Light it up. Buy a bag of coal, some gasoline. Make magic happen. And you can grill anything. Grill veg, grill corn, grill meat. Pretty much you can grill anything on the grill itself. All right? And, ooh, look at her. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, like I said, what are your plans for this summer? And there you have it. All right, again, you want to base the finished product again with some barbecue sauce. Understand? Lather it all over. Ensure that the meat has, brushings of magic, which is the barbecue sauce all over it. Beautiful, sexy piece of meat. Okay? And guys, in terms of how long, it depends again on you. However long you feel, touch the meat, juke the meat, check for consistency. If it's soft enough for you, it's all up to you. As Jamaicans, we cook with our eyes. You understand? All right, boom, there it is. The finished product, nice, juicy, succulent, grilled barbecue pork ribs. All right, nice and beautiful. Okay, all right, and there it is, all sliced up for you guys. Now, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video, okay? And click the notification button for the next time I will be in your neighborhood with potluck. Okay, potluckers? Nice and juicy grilled barbecue pork ribs. Okay? And there you have it. Until next time.